Howdy toddy everybody, this is Tommy with Colonel Reb Scale Models coming at you with a future build. This is the Heller 1/125th scale International Space Station. This thing is so big I can't even get it all on my bench. I don't normally do space stuff, but this is a special project because my wife's uncle, who lives about an hour's drive east of us, he is retired from Martin Marietta, and he used to actually work on components for the International Space Station. He was an engineer, and he worked mostly on the water systems. So what he and his team were doing were developing plans and on how to create the showers, the toilets, how they did the water drainage and things like that in space. So he worked on that for I'm not sure how long, but he retired many years ago. I'm not really sure how many, but I had thought about doing this when I got back to modeling. One of the things I thought, because him and his wife are real good to us and the kids, and we were just actually with them this past weekend to celebrate his birthday. We had drove up to a town about an hour and a half north east of us called Alpine Helen, which is a small community that is designed to look like a Bavarian German village. So everything in the town looks like the structures are all modeled and decorated as though they were a German town. It's got little mountains, kind of the North Georgia mountains around it. So it's really nice, especially during the winter time. So of course we went up there for part of the Oktoberfest celebration. His father is German, and he's been to Germany many times. He lived there for a while, worked there while getting his master's in whatever degree it was years ago. So he loves his German heritage. So we've gone up there a couple of times with them. So I picked up this kit for about $28, including shipping. The guy was asking like $40 for it plus shipping, but it was one of those make your offer kind of deals. So I'd offered him and told him, man, I don't see this kit being more than $25-$30 kit. So he agreed on $28. So I got it. It's really big. It's about 120 something parts. I'm not going to do a kit review on it because Model Man Tom did one a few years ago, and I'd been in contact with him the last couple of days, and he actually has not started his kit because he's going to try to replicate what the space station is now. This model is very dated. It's back from the late 80s, I believe, and it looks almost nothing like what the space station looks like now. There's been so many changes to the design that there's about twice as many solar arrays. Locations of things are different, but my uncle saw this past weekend. Of course, he was over the moon because he actually had a model of the space station years ago, and just in moving and stuff, it didn't make it. So he was real thrilled to know that I was going to be building this for him. Now, my plan is to have it ready by his next birthday, which would be sometime next October. His wife actually wanted me to try to have it ready by the time he graduates. He's getting another master's degree because he wants to teach physics at Georgia State, I think. So that's in May. I don't think I'm going to make that deadline. But I'm going to build this box stock. I'm going to let Model Man Tom work his magic on making it more accurate for the current space station, because there's even more modules to this now than what there were, because other countries have come on and such. So it looks, I've looked at research pictures just like he has, and it looks so much different than what it is. And I mean, there's a lot of scratch building. I don't know how you were going to make modules and stuff and more solar arrays and things like that. These are all actually decals for the solar arrays that you see, but he's going to do a lot of tubing, brass tubing, metal wiring and stuff like that, like what you'd actually see on some here. So the picture, this is just an artist rendition. Like I said, I'm not really going to do a box review. It's a lot of pieces. It's about 12 to 14 sprues. But anyway, this is something I'm going to work on, try to get it ready within the next year. It'll be very basic. I'm not going to go super detailing or anything like that. More or less just get it together, get the decals on, maybe do a little weathering, and that's about it. I'm not going to go crazy trying to make it accurate, because you know, I would have to sit with him for hours and hours and hours to look at photos and get ideas as to what goes where and what each module is and things like that. And he recognized some, so I think he'll be pleased with just, you know, whatever is completed once he gets put together. So anyway, so this is what I'm going to be working on while I'm working on all of the other things I've got to work on. This is just something else. So I just want to get the video done and loaded, and then get back to work on some of the other builds I'm working on. So as always, everybody, keep building, keep those styrene dreams alive. Hotty toddy, and God bless.